Just want to make sure we're on. I'm going to have to mute it. Yeah, we're on, I think. Just want to make sure we're on. I'm going to mute myself. It's always such a hassle to make sure that you're live on Facebook to double check. Right. Okay, everybody, welcome. We are doing a live interview today with the amazing Rashida. But I will introduce myself for those of you who've just joined my page, who don't know what I do. I am Yusra Ishaq. I'm an online health and fitness coach. I work with women from all over the world, especially mums, right? So I help them get to their goals that can be weight loss, strength building, pelvic floor concerns, and all that stuff that mums go through after having babies. Today, I have an amazing guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Hi, Rashida.
Hi, Yusra. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here. So why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Okay, I'll keep it simple. My name is Rashida. I am a mom of two, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So you can say I'm in, like the thick of things, 2 toddlers running around. And pharmacist by profession. And yeah, I joined you. I've been working with you for 2 years now.
How time flies. It just feels like, isn't it? So I guess my first question is going to be, why did you join the team? What was life before joining me? How did that look like for you?
Okay, so I'm gonna like literally paint that scenario. So I had just given birth to my second born. I was about 3 months postpartum, and I was really feeling like, weak, unfit, lots of aches and pains, mentally just all over the place. You know how the postpartum period is. So yeah, I felt sort of stuck, like, how am I going to do this? I felt like, I was worried for myself because I thought, now I have 2 kids, so it's going to get so much worse. How am I going to fit myself into this now? So I was worried. I felt stuck. I had actually even gone to like a gathering of ladies, and I could see like it was like just the first gathering after I had come out of that 40-day period, and literally I could see their expressions, and I think I saw like looks of pity, or like, I mean, they're all ladies who've also given birth, but like, I guess, I just thought, okay, and that didn't do any, that obviously pushed my self-confidence even lower. So I knew something had to be done. I knew it wasn't a quick fix. I knew I needed to invest in myself. So, and then I was following you on Facebook, right? But like, I had it in my head that I'm gonna, like, I'll contact her perhaps when I have more time, when my second born is 1 year, perhaps,
Always,
and then you came up,
right? We're always postponing that first.
exactly. Exactly. So I said, I can't possibly do it now, like I have the 2 kids on me. So then you came up with a program specifically for postpartum women of 1 year postpartum, right?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, like, okay, this sounds like something. Oh, why don't I just do it now? Like, I was going to message you later. It's like, okay, this kind of makes it a bit like, I didn't realize it would even be possible to do it at 3 months postpartum, right? So I messaged you and I haven't looked back since.
Yeah. So, and it's been what an amazing journey. Like, I've loved watching you, like, from my end, I've loved watching you grow and gain the confidence and gain the strength. And I remember, like, a few months after, you were like, hey, I think I lost 10 kilos without realizing it. Did you remember that message? I was like, oh, okay. Because, right, even though weight loss wasn't the goal, but it happened because of how we went about things.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we weren't even talking about the weight. I don't think you even asked me what my starting weight was, right?
No, I didn't know.
We never even talked about that. So when I just messaged you, you know what? I've lost 10 kilos.
I was like, right. So how has life changed on your end for you after all those changes? How did that change?
Okay. So I think I can try and like break this down. So first of all, like if I talk about weight,
Yeah.
lost 15 kilos overall. And now I'm in weight maintenance, which is, also really, as you've been talking about recently, another another ball game. Fitness wise, I feel so much fitter. I'm not scared of running around with my children. I carry each one on, one hand, and I can run with them. I'm not scared of doing things like that, of running or like, climbing something with them, Um, and yeah, and then mentally is really, I cannot stress this enough, like the confidence that you gain with this, like even though you might not be at the place that you want to be, you might not have lost all the weight, but once the journey has started, you know that you are getting toward, you're working towards it. So that confidence, came in early on. Like I'm not saying that it came in now, it was mentally I started feeling so much better, really quick, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and also I'd never really done weights before. So I was somebody who just I assumed that it was cardio, treadmill, the elliptical, or even that rowing machine in the gym. That's it. Like I don't think I'd ever lifted weights because, of course, like you're gonna look like a man, blah blah blah.
All that stuff, all that goodness.
All that jazz, yeah. So I have really like lots of myths, really life changing. I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
Yeah. And now you own dumbbells. Like, can I have a dumbbell workout, please? I'm like, yeah. Honestly, it's
And now I own weights. Like I never imagined that I would be in this position,
I know,
honestly.
absolutely. And when people talk about a fitness journey, right, they relate to the physical aspect of it so much more,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Honestly, the mental change that you get from it is so much better than the physical, because that mental is what allows us to deal with the stress around us, to deal with life, to deal with motherhood, to deal with work, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It leaves us mentally strong, which is absolutely amazing and crucial, right? Now, what do you love about working with me? What is the best part there?
Okay. A couple of things. The first part, like just organizationally, let's say, like online training, it's just so much more flexible. I don't have to like it solves so many problems. I don't have to set aside a chunk of time. I can do it whenever I want to. I can do it when the kids are asleep. Suddenly I find half an hour I'm free. I can do it then. So it's for a mom who, has to probably go find a babysitter or something like that, like this is really, really convenient. The flexibility of it all.
Yeah.
The second thing is like, I love how empowering you are. Like, it's not like there is no like you are there and we are here. We are equal, like almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I can't do what you do, but like like I can talk to you as a friend or another mother, and
Yeah.
like there have been times I've called you up and said like I think it was after Ramadan and it was Eid, and I called you up and I messaged you and said like, oh my God, I cannot control myself. So actually I don't feel ashamed of doing that. That so that and also your in general your language, everything is very empowering, very positive. You're
Yeah.
always telling us like you do everything for the family all day. Why can't you take out a few minutes of your day for yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's what I really like about you. It's not like I have to. I'm not worried that you're gonna blame. Oh, you didn't achieve these goals because of X, Y, and Z. Like it's just okay. No, it hasn't worked. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So there is no wrong move really.
And that's it at the end of the day, like that, because I coach the way I do because I have your experiences, right? I chose to work with I obviously I work with all women, but I mostly work with mom because I understand. I am where you are. My youngest just turned 3, so I understand the struggles that we go through, right? And when you have a community that we have built, you feel less alone. Yes, I'm a coach and I train people, but I have the same experiences. I have the same feelings. I have the same things that I have to work through. And even me as a coach, knowing that you guys have my back, that's amazing. Do you know what I mean? So I've been really blessed and honored to have you guys on the team as well. So it's not just a one end thing. This is a
Exactly.
two-way
Yeah.
communication,
Yeah.
two-way connection, two-way relationship, right?
Yeah. And yeah, I forgot to mention the group as well. Like there's a community of women. And then when you hear their experiences, they're all going through either similar experiences or even worse, like, or, and so you can relate and
Yeah.
you think, yeah, if they can do it, then, why can't I?
Absolutely.
The last thing was that, like, I don't know if anyone's told you this, but like, you are so real. Like, you don't sugarcoat it. You tell us it's hard. It's going to be hard. You tell us like, okay, you're the guide, but until we take ownership of the journey, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And I think very few people are really honest like that. And then like so there are like these Instagram accounts, like if you follow these fitness specialists or something, they're like running on the beach without like an ounce of sweat on them, and like, and the hair is perfect. No, that's not how you're gonna look.
Spot on,
Yes, like, and then when I look at you, and I realize that's it. Like, yes, we're gonna be in our workout clothes, we're gonna be sweaty or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that,
You
but
may be
like,
working out in your kitchen like me because that's the only place.
exactly. And your kids are around. So this is real. So, I don't want to like I don't want the fake, like, and you need someone to give it real, because this is real life. Like, you can't expect someone to, yeah. So that's what I wanted to say as well.
Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. What have you learned in this journey for yourself in terms of what have you learned about health and fitness overall?
Health and fitness, there's a lot. Like, it's very difficult to kind of pinpoint, but like a lot of the like my relationship with food, which is still work in progress, like when you're stressed, or how I react, or like comfort foods and things like that. So I'm still learning, of course, but I've learned a lot by all the nutrition information that you gave as well. um, I've told you this before, like, there are very few people like you who are giving it to us, like evidence based, or like, telling it to us how it is, whereas the food industry is like, really trying to sell things to us. And you sometimes just show us like, okay, this is how many calories, or this is like, like that day you said peanut butter milkshake, yeah, it's got protein, but then there's also calories. So I think like you
Yeah.
really break it down in a different way for us. So like nutrition wise, I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
um Fitness wise, like as I said, I had never done resistant training before, so like it's, completely new, but I love it.
Yeah.
I really like it. um yeah.
Amazing stuff. And it's a journey. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
this is why even as a coach, I'm always doing courses. I'm always, because things keep changing, right? We just have to be open to learning new things, to absorb new information, and to just practice them to the best of our abilities. All right. So a couple of questions. When you look back 2 years ago, right? How different does that Rashida look and feel compared to now? I'm more about the feelings, the confidence, the strength. Like, how different is that?
To be honest, like completely. Well, yeah, especially because I started at a very low phase as well.
Yeah,
So it's a really, really big change, really life changing, I could say,
yeah,
because mentally. So as I talked about like confidence, and also I felt like, okay, if my fitness, I could bring discipline, or I could conquer fitness, or my health, then
yeah,
I can do that in other aspects of my life as well. Like, I felt like, okay, this is so, and I have done that, like I've started baby bump theory, like as a, and you've been an inspiration for that. Like,
yeah,
because like, yeah, I think once that part of my life was sorted, I could now focus on other things, right?
yeah,
So mentally, it's just very hard to explain, like, just so much of, even like, yeah, so I think the discipline may be a right word. Like, I felt like I can, and I can, why, if I can do this, why can't I do that as well? Right. And then, and also like, you lead by example. So it's not like you just say, you're not just motivating us, you're showing us how to live, right? And I think I've really taken, like, you showed me how to be a mother,
no,
because now I can, like, now I know how, like, how to live my life, while taking care of my kids and also taking care of myself, right? So I think that was a big thing for me, like, to have that figured out,
yeah,
because otherwise I just didn't know what I was doing. Like I said, oh, I need to just take care of the kids. I can't, oh, I need to put myself aside, that kind of thing. So I think that was very, as well, very life changing. So yeah, mentally, like, yeah, I can't even, probably can't even get started. Of course, fitness wise, yeah.
whole other level there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think for moms, for a lot of moms, that's the struggle, knowing how to merge their health and fitness with their roles as a mom. It's almost like they're two separate things, but they're not. Do you know what I
Mm,
mean? If you have children to look after, to take care of, you need energy, right?
yeah.
You need energy, you need health, you need to be up there. And if you haven't got that, this becomes a struggle, right? And so
Yeah.
the key becomes, all right, I know I need to be healthy and fit for myself first and then for my family. How do I merge these two things, these two roles, these
Yes.
two people, these two responsibilities? Because you have a responsibility to yourself first,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? To be healthy, to be fit mentally and physically. Because if your cup, like I always say, if your cup is empty, you can't pour it into any other person's cup. You've got nothing to pour.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So you have to be a priority, and that is where a lot of us get stuck because we don't know how to do those things and to match those things,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So like, another thing, like, I'm just talking as I'm remembering things. So the other thing I always assumed was that you need a, like, an hour workout or 45 minutes workout for it to be effective. I don't know if there's this thing, but like, it's only after, if you do it, if you work out 30 minutes or more is when you're actually burning fat and things like that. So, like, and then obviously you've changed, busted that myth as well. So like, that makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And once you merge these two things, you can now merge other aspects of
Yeah,
your life, and
because
then there's no stopping you, right?
exactly. It's almost like you get this confidence, like, all right, if I can hack this, I can hack anything else, mate.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right? So one last question, and I'm gonna let you go. I know you're busy. What would your advice be to someone who is looking to join me? Say you have a person, they're on the fence, they don't know if they want to join me or not. What would your advice be?
I've already been giving advice.
Oh,
I've already got people asking me. So yeah, I think I really just, I'm honest. Like, I don't even have to, sugarcoat this. Like, I just tell them that it's going to be life changing if this is what you're really struggling with, then you need at least try a user out, right? Uh, so yeah, I think, like, depending, obviously on the person's goals, but like, if fitness and if and if you're feeling stuck mentally, even especially if you're a mom, I think, like, this is really yeah, I always recommend you. So I feel like, yeah, you've really got the, I don't know, like, the answer, or like, I don't know, but you're really so empowering. So if nothing, they'll take back that from it, right? Yeah. So I think, yeah, that's what I would. It'll be life changing. So they should at least try.
Right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your time. We have got that team meeting today where we're talking about PCOS today, which is gonna be amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for talking to us, and it's been amazing working with you, alongside you, learning with you, being next to you on your journey. And honestly, you should be proud of how far you've come, because yeah, it's amazing. So thank you
Thank
for
you. Thank you.
trusting me in the first place 2 years ago. uh,
Yes, thank you. Thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for helping all of us.
Thank you so much, Rashida. All right, everybody, that's it for today. I shall speak to you guys soon.
Okay.